Hello, this is Rebel the Dog, and welcome to an exciting day. Yes, very exciting. For you, of course. You are privileged. No. Today is my first ever speed build in The Sims 4. Yeah. It's very confusing. It's a lovely New England style home. 1 second. I have a cold, as you probably can tell, as I'm not my usual lovely, bouncy, wonderful self that everybody loves. I'm just so lovable, that's my problem. I'm so lovable and people just have issues when I'm not lovable. If I make absolutely no sense this video, it is because I have probably exceeded the recommended dose for every medicine known to man. And so, yeah, very exciting times. Talk about the Sims 4, really, that's what I ought to do. This house was sort of me just getting used to how to build it. Oh my gosh. I'm really not well, guys. Yes, this house is me getting used. It's not me getting used. That would be awful. No, this is me getting used to The Sims 4. And it's come under a lot of stick. I like it. There's a few things that could be better. But if you haven't got it already, I really recommend that you get it. I got the collector's edition. Ooh, I could do an unboxing video of that, even though I've already unboxed it. I could be cheeky. I mean, in honesty, I got a bit overexcited and I wasn't actually meant to do this. I was meant to finish my Sims 3 final extravagant build, which is Colin Wood from Dark Shadows. That's what I was meant to do. And I didn't get it done for obvious reasons. So I've got still got that to do. This is rather mesmerising. Isn't it wonderful? It's beautiful. It's a sexy game. Don't take that like literally. That's it's metaphorical sexiness. It's just wonderful. I'm sorry, guys. This annoyed me. I had to fiddle about with the roof like nobody's business, because I couldn't get the roof to work and the rooms still work. This annoyed me. I think it's one of those cases of it's meant to be really intuitive, but it just ends up counteracting its own intuitiveness. Like, this is a Cape Cod style New England home. Essentially means its first floor, or second floor if you're American, is in the attic space, it's in the roof. Joe's fun fact of the day. But for some reason the game couldn't figure that out. And you know when you're outside of a building and some stuff disappears? That happens in this house with the stairs, because the stairs are in this sort of area that's light at the moment. I don't know why. I think it's because it classes it as outside. It's sort of, the way I can equate it is when you're inside the rooms, you can't see the outside of the window. Even if the wall wasn't there and you had the window, if you went round to the inside, even if the outside is sort of got a larger surface area, if this makes sense, you still can't see it, because the idea is there's a wall there, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Which is very clever. It's all very mystical and magical and beautiful, and I just want to marry it. But apart from that, it's very clever, but also very annoying if it classes some things outside, which isn't outside. This is me struggling to get the stairs. Oh, I don't like that you can't just delete one floor. It's 1 metre squared of floor. That's annoying. Oh, I've just realised when I uploaded this to the gallery, which you can do now, that's a brilliant feature, the gallery. I uploaded this to the gallery. This is what I mean, the stairs keep disappearing. Sorry, I keep changing topic. Uploaded this to the gallery, and now you have to fill in how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms it's got. I missed off a bathroom. To be honest, I think I missed off a bathroom when I was building it, in that I didn't furnish it. I obviously didn't just forget to put one in. But it's a rather pretty house. It's quite nice. It's very American. Quite American dreamy. It's got this huge formal dining area. It's sort of like something from To Kill a Mockingbird. Oh, pardon me. It tasted like lemsip. This is the living room. It's a very classical house in that it's got this... Someone's firing alarms going on. I moved into my new flat. I've got to tell you about that next. It's a very classical house because it's, you know, very symmetrical and stuff. Anyway, my new flat. I have a new flat. I'm in a flat in a city. In a city. I mean, seriously. Me in a city. When I'm walking around, I'm thinking, there's all these people here. Because I come from a place where there is no people. There's no one. There's barely internet. There's barely, you know, technology. What we have to do is we have to go out into the garden. We have to wind up the generator. No, we don't. I'm so funny. No, don't have to do that. But yeah, being in a city is really weird. Although I'm scared to because it's student accommodation, because I'm going to university. I'm scared to upload these videos because I'm filming like mad. These videos to YouTube from my flat, because I have a feeling that it will take up so much internet and I will end up paying extra and it will be awful and I will cry. But other than that, everything's fine and dandy. Yay. No, so I'm going home at the weekend, so I'll upload this. That might, though, be what I'll have to do for the rest of this year. Only when I go home I might be able to upload. Although, actually, know me, I'll probably just end up buying better internet. That's what will happen. The kitchen system now is brilliant on the Sims 4. I'm just watching it. It's wonderful. It's a work of art. Just being able to place what cupboard you want, when you want, where on the wall you want, is just amazing. Oh, same with windows, same with curtains. That really is a good idea. Curtains that you can position yourself rather than the curtain being halfway down the window. Oh, it's so much better. The more I think about it, I'm going back to internet now. I am going to have to get better internet. I can upgrade. I think it's £80 for the year, so it's worth doing it now. So I have the whole year. Thinking about that is quite good. I got a letter from Virgin and I can't remember what that said on it. really. I got very excited the first day I moved in because there was mail, but it was all addressed to the previous owner. Something like, got very sad that day. And this is the dining room. I'm really sorry. I should have waited to do this. I feel so bad. I felt worse, but I felt better. Definitely felt better. I have beautiful mugs. That probably, if you're watching this, that probably sounded kind of scary. And slightly, sociopathic. Yeah, I have a cup of tea here, and it's in a beautiful mug, which I got from the range, which I wholeheartedly endorse. I don't know if we're allowed to endorse things. I'm guessing we are, but not the BBC. In fact, I will do a boxing video, but at the same time, I will show you my beautiful flat, which is beautiful and wonderful in every way. So that would be fun. All the little knick-knacks are good in this game. Lovely little knick-knacks. I couldn't tell if it annoyed me that fireplaces are counted as decorative. They have been in the Xbox and, well, the console games for ages. They've been classed as decorative items, because obviously they didn't put chimneys in it. Although, apart from on Busting Out, that was an amazing game. PS2, Sims 1 Busting Out. That was my life at one point. Yeah, the fireplaces are in decorative, and it almost felt wrong, because in my mind a fireplace is a very structural thing. Now we're in the garden, just to, keep talking about what's actually happening. Can't put fences or walls on the square on the edge of the lot. Couldn't put walls before, but was a bit annoyed about the fences. No terrain tools, that's annoying. No swimming pools, that's annoying, because if you look at this house, this American Dream style house, it looks like it should have a swimming pool, but it doesn't have one, because you can't have one. That's annoying. I know that it goes against the, whatever it's called, I can't remember, they called it something tree, the way that the program's written. Essentially it's something like if they gave us pools, they couldn't give us faces or something like that, I don't know. There's sacrifices for all the ingenious new things. I read on the internet the other day, I don't know how long I've got left of this, on the internet, someone said, don't buy The Sims 4, I preferred it when The Sims took itself more seriously, like The Sims 2. I was thinking, what? Did you play The Sims 2? That game was not is not serious. It's still around. Let's not kill it. That game is amazing, but it's not serious. It's about as serious as, a nun riding a tricycle. Is that my phone go? That shit is not serious. Let's face facts here. I thought, if anything, Sims 4 has gone back to The Sims 2. It feels more like a game and less like a simulation. Simulation. Because it feels... it just feels like it's designed to have fun. And The Sims 3 was fun. It was amazingly fun. But it felt sophisticated. Like it felt almost as though it was designed for an older generation. Whereas this, I know that I'm technically an adult and playing it. And my girlfriend made a joke that when we went to go and queue up at Game for it, she said that the queue would only be 12-year-old girls. And so, yeah. And I'm not a 12-year-old girl. Or am I? Who knows? I might be. Ha ha ha. That sounded weird. Please forget I said that. Yeah, so I think that The Sims 4 has gone back to The Sims 2. Which I think is better for the game as a franchise. This might be really quiet. I've just had this thought that no one is going to be able to hear what I'm saying. Yeah, I think we're nearly done with this house now. Yeah, here come the screenshots. It's a beautiful world, but I think you have to be a fool to not see that it's more stylised and that it's more like a game than The Sims 3 was. The Sims 3, if you built a house and took the screenshots right, it looked like a render for an architectural practice. Anyway, so to the house. This is the hallway looking into that lavish, lovely brown dining room. These floors are beautiful. I love the way that it shines as though it's varnished. That is just... That's the good thing about not having creator style, is that the textures actually are textured. There was some stuff in The Sims 3 that was actually textured, but nowhere near as much as The Sims 4, because in The Sims 3, if you put leopard print onto a fireplace, just because the fireplace was there, it wouldn't look right, and it wouldn't look like fabric. That's why you got away with using fabric for wallpaper, because it didn't look like fabric. It looked just like a pattern. So everything is so much more textured now. Like this wood, it's grained, it's beautiful. Everything's so much chunkier. It all looks like it has substance. It all looks 3D. Like this bed, it's so chunky. It's not like you've turned to the side and those struts are actually 2D. They're there. And that is just... I think that in itself is worth losing Cast for. Because even though Cast was wonderful, the detail that can be gotten out of this game is just brilliant. I've gone very philosophical now. Let's talk about something silly again. I don't know anything silly. Yes, I think we're nearly there. These are the floor plans. You can get this house if you search for Rebel the Dog 9 on the gallery, but thank you for watching and subscribe.